This week's 5-minute major this week, I'm at Boston College with Chris Kreider, junior forward. Now you're from Massachusetts. What is it like playing just right down the road from home?
Yeah, obviously it's a very special experience. I mean, I grew up watching and dreamt of playing, so yeah, it's awesome.
Can you remember your first time ever getting onto the ice?
I can, yeah. I lived in Charlestown until I was about 5, so there's a rink right down the street.
What was your reaction like when the Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup? I'm assuming you're a huge Bruins fan.
Yeah, obviously I was very excited. I was happy for the city. You know, obviously as a team we really kind of threw ourselves into it and really enjoyed it, and we were able to go to the parade and stuff.
You have so much to be proud of in your college hockey career. You have so many achievements. The past 3 years that you've been here, BC has done so well in all kinds of play. What would you say is the standout moment for you playing at Boston College?
That's tough. Obviously, I think the national championship is probably the standout. I mean, tonight was a lot of fun, but the national championship it's a collection of work, and it's a season long, you know, trophy, obviously. So, yeah, definitely a national championship.
Now, playing in something like tonight's Beanpot Tournament, what was that like, having so many fans here and playing at a rink that you know very well?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to compare to the last couple of years. If I have to say, I mean, of course, it's still fresh in my memory. I think tonight was probably the best crowd I've seen in my 3 years, but you know, it's tough to say.
You know, I can't even begin to describe the BC fans tonight. I feel like they were like completely outnumbering the Boston University fans.
Yeah, at times it definitely felt like that. I think that's the best support we've gotten in my tenure here.
Why was Boston College the right place for you to play at school?
Just the people, the coaches, the players, everyone I met. Obviously, it had everything that I wanted in a school, but at the same time, the people, they were genuine, they were kind, and they created a real great environment to learn to grow as a person, as a player.
Comes to an end as Noonan is out of the box. Puck comes to Kreider, he scores! It's a 5-on-4 power play, and the Boston College Eagles regain a 1-goal lead.
And that school obviously has a great hockey program, but is a really good school to go to for academics. What's your favorite class?
Right now, I have a cultural diversity class that I had to take to graduate, but at the same time, I'm really enjoying it. It's called Chinese Gods and Heroes. I've got one of my teammates in it, and we were a little skeptical at first, but it turned out to be very interesting.
And I know you don't have much free time, but when you do, what can we find you doing?
Hanging out with the guys on the team, or you know, relaxing in some way or another. I like to read. I got a Kindle for Christmas. I do that a lot.
What's on the Kindle?
Right now, not a whole lot. I just read Unbreakable. I think that's what it's called, the Louis Zamperini story. That was pretty good.
You've played all over the world, World Junior Tours, that kind of thing. What outside of playing at Boston College has really been a standout memory for you?
After my freshman year, after winning the national championship, I was lucky enough to go to Cologne, Germany and play on the men's national team. We played in a soccer stadium in front of 80,000 people, and that was the single most overwhelming thing I've ever done in my hockey career, but at the same time, the most enjoyable. I just remember skating around, you know, looking at the crowd. Everyone else is trying to get warmed up, and they had special pucks for the game to commemorate, I guess. And I was grabbing pucks and, you know, putting them in parts of my equipment so I could keep them. Yeah, I was just a huge fan at that point.
You were drafted first round by the Rangers. Can you remember that day? It must have been just overwhelming with excitement.
Yeah, it felt kind of how it feels now. I'm just so exhausted at this point that I feel like I'm walking on air, and we've just accomplished something, and I'm just really happy for us. But at the same time, when I was lucky enough to be drafted, once again, I wasn't exhausted, but at the same time, it was such an awesome experience that I just kind of I was walking on air again, and it was just kind of one foot in front of the other.
A lot to take in. That's really exciting. Now, what is your family's reaction, and how supportive are they with your hockey career?
Oh, extremely. I don't think anyone gets to this level without a supportive family, and you know, obviously very close friends who support them as well. So they've been fundamental in my hockey career.
Who were you watching growing up? Who really influenced your game?
Oh God, a lot of people. Mostly Bruins. I really liked Ray Bourque, which is kind of ironic because I've been lucky enough to play with his son.
Now, is there anything interesting about you that people don't know? I'm surprised to know that you're a reader, but is there any other quirky things?
I took Russian in high school, and I still kind of know it a little bit. So
That's a good thing to have since there's a lot of Russian players around now.
yeah, that's what I'm told. It was a fun class, though, and I enjoyed it. So.